Good evening, folks. Once again, welcome to Puncher TV, where you can subscribe, make a comment, or like to the channel if you like what you're viewing. Here on court, we're having the main event. We're having Mr. Jason Parks, better known as Pipey, coming up against Darius Gaskin, better known as Barbados. This is going to be a 3 best and 5 set. Back in the camera, here we have Mr. Jason Parks, dressed in a red shirt and a blue short pants with some red shoes. And facing the camera, we have Barbados, looking very trendy in a very multicolored sweatshirt, black pants and black shoes. Love all. This is a very interesting call out. John Barbados, he was one of those tennis players who came through the junior ranks. He did very well as a junior, especially in the island-wide. He have at least 2 island-wide tournaments under his belt. I think the first island-wide he came up against Imar Edwards. Imar Edwards won that. But from there, he excelled in the island-wide. And of recent, in the consistency tournament, he won that.
Yes. Barbados has been around the tennis arena for some time, from very young indeed. And yes, he actually won silver hill as well as a junior under 21s. So he has quite a few championships as a junior coming through the. And up to about 3 years ago, I recall, he went to finals with and played against Curtis, having defeated Venom of all people in the semi-finals. So he's no stranger. He has put in his work over the years. I'm not sure how much tennis he's playing of late, but he is a good player.
Yeah, very interesting point. Yeah, at some point in time, Darius Barbados, he went off the scene. He wasn't playing any tennis, and he seemed to lost interest. But of recent, he have been putting some work in Belfield. I haven't really seen him much around the circuit, so I cannot tell you how, in terms of how he will be playing in this tournament. But good form. You don't lose good form like that, John. He's a very talented player.
Oh, that's a beautiful turn. Quick on the feet. Six serving to 4 is the score.
Barbados is a young man who's very good on his feet. He moves very fast. He tends to play kind of upright. Unlike Dwayne Lynch, who have a very good back arm, Barbados, he tends to size in his back arm. He's more of a forward arm player.
Yes, and he's known to be a very effective attacker as well in the game. But tonight is going to be interesting to see how he handles Pipey and his chops.
Yes.
And I believe that the more they warm up and the pace that he will take to Pipey, I think Pipey is going to enjoy that pace as well. So this might turn out to be a game. Maybe tonight, maybe the night that Pipey might very well not leave here alone.
Might leave here with a body bag.
He might take home something with it.
8 serving 10. I think at this stage, both players, I don't think these players have really met, so it might be a point where these players might be trying to assess each other game. Maybe Barbados is trying to adjust to the chop, the spin. And maybe this is the first game, so nerves might be, the butterflies in the stomach.
So. And the score service changed at 12-8, 12-9.
I think Pipey might have an advantage, not necessarily in the set, right? It may sound strange, but this is the first time Barbados is playing on this court. And like you said before, this is a new facility, basically, well, in terms of the court. And this court is playing different. than years ago because it's a new surface.
But that's a lovely shot there by Baracus. Wide, and all Pipey could do is watch it and allow it to go. And we know that Pipey loves to go after the ball, but he had no answer on that occasion. And that's a lovely turn. This is the Baracus that we've seen. And when he gets going, Dalton, he's a lovely stroke of the ball. He gets in position early, and his placement is excellent most of the time. So I believe that you said they could be feeling each other out at this point. And once Baracus gets the pace and get a feel for what he's really up against,
yes,
we think we have a good game on our hands. But don't roll out Pipey. If Baracus drops the guard, I think that this might be a time when Pipey may not actually travel alone.
Very well said, John. But if you notice, John, around...
That's a nice drop shot there by Pipey. You know, taking the weight off of that ball. And Baracus looking for more depth. And he dropped that one shot and Baracus had no answer.
Baracus is a young man. And if you notice around this arena, I know the camera is not picking it up now, but we have a lot of young people watching this set. I will say about nearly 80% of the persons around here are young persons. And they come in to support the young guy, Baracus. Pipey is a young guy in his own right, but Baracus is much younger than Pipey.
Yeah, Baracus is just about 25, 26 years old. So he's very much in that youth group. 11 serving to 18.
$19-11. Very good, healthy lead by Darius Gaskin.
And game one. Oh, that's a nice shot there by Pipey.
9-13.
That one bounced favorably, and he got on top of that one and put it there with ease. Baracus can only retrieve the ball. Gap being closed. 19-14. 2014 game point for the first game of a 3-best-of-5.
21-14. First game goes to Darius Gaskin.
So we're into game number 2. With Baracus taking the first one 21-13.
Yes, yes. You see Baracus is back in the camera. And Pipey is facing the camera. We're into the second game. One serving 2. Pipey is serving to Baracus. If you notice how Baracus is gripping his racket, you have a very unique grip on his racket. It's not the classical Roadtennis grip. His index finger is pointing downwards. And I believe with that grip, his back arm would not be as effective. So you'll see him running around at his back arm and stroking the ball. You're not going to see much back arm playing from Baracus tonight. You're going to see a lot of shots. Lovely shot there.
Well, we were talking about serves a bit early in the other match. And here we can see Baracus is doing exactly that. He's giving that serve to create that opportunity for that attack. This is good serving, good short play here by Baracus. And his confidence is building now. Like you said, could have been that he was feeling out the court initially, but he's looking more and more set at this point in this game. So the score is now 2-9.
2-9.
3-9.
Right now, Pipey, I think he seems to have bit enough more than he can chew tonight. This young man not making any sport tonight. Oh, lovely shot.
Goodness.
That's the shot of the night.
That is awesome. You know that shot brought
the crowd alive.
not only they brought them alive, they also brought Antoine Little Man Daniel to my thoughts.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
he's one of the few players who has the ability to stroke the ball from underneath his body.
Yes.
And again, We saw the the talent.
Oh, lovely shots.
The
Yes,
talent here of Baracus. And Baracus is getting into his zone. He's a natural attacker. And I think Animal may be very well forming in this game. If Baracus continues. If Baracus
Shot
continues
after shot after
in this
shot.
way, we're looking at an introduction of an Animal for the first one for the night.
Johnny followed Calypso. I think this is one of those Calypso's double hits after hits after hits.
Oh, yeah.
We're seeing shots after shots
Yeah.
after shots
Yeah, that's
from this young man.
Peter Ram.
Peter Ram always,
Yeah, it was Peter Ram.
or the other guy,
Hit after hit after hit.
I think it's Lyric. It's Lyric, one of those Calypsonians.
Yes. Local talent.
Yes. Yes, Baracus have a game plan. He's serving to Pipey's forward arm. And he's serving to Pipey's back arm. And when the ball comes up to the air, if he pops it,
Yeah, and
he's attacking it.
And he's using his serve effectively.
It goes back to what you said previously in one of the earlier games in terms of 4-16.
4-16, and I told you a bit earlier. Animal looks very likely here tonight. A person like Camor Bino will be in his moment of joy and excitement. He loves to see a pig. He loves to see an animal in a game. Let me say good evening to Camor Bino if you're following this commentary in any way.
But you can say that
4-18.
Pipey is going back down with something, John.
Yes, I thought it was been a body, but it seemed as if it's going to be an animal, a live animal as well.
Like we said before, we don't talk about sows anymore.
No,
Animal.
it's going to be a live animal. There will be a lot of kicking and prancing in that car.
He'll have company
On the
going
way
back
down.
down.
He definitely will have company.
$21-4. This animal.
4.
Animal. We're into the third game, folks. All right, folks, we're into the third game.
That's right, and we just witnessed game 2. Darius Gaskin, aka Baracus, delivering the first animal of the evening. 21-4.
Yes, a very. We call it a piglet.
It's usually very difficult for a defender, chopper or not chopper, to stop an attacker when he's on the attack. And what we saw in that game 2, we saw a Baracus who found a soft spot. He continued to serve the ball at Pipey's back arm, and as the ball lifted and he was comfortable, he stroked the ball brilliantly. And Pipey had no answer whatsoever. The score now is 3-4. Let's see if Pipey could put up a better fight this game. And certainly look to take away a 3-straight beating here tonight.
Yeah. You know, at least Pipey is a chopper, and not only is a chopper, he's a very defensive chopper. And when you're playing, like I said before, when you're playing these A-class players, you have to have something in your arsenal. You either have to have a shot, a serve, or a 4-serving 5, you see here. But if Pipey had a shot, I think he would be able to do better against Baracus. Because if you notice, Baracus' backhand comes back very high. All Pipey have to do is step around in his backhand and attack it. But he don't have a shot in his hand.
Yes, and that is really one of the weak points of his game. Baracus floats the backhand is right, but once the ball goes to his forearm, he's in his happy place and he strokes the ball in a form with lots of force, lots of power, precision. And that can put any defender under great pressure. Look at that shot. That is
class.
just a display of class again. An excellent form across the court, and Pipey had no answer whatsoever. I actually thought he was going in the wrong direction. And this is a brilliant display here of attacking by Baracus, and this is his natural game.
You know, at some point in time, Baracus was number 4 ranked player in Barbados. He was playing that good, John. He was number 4. I think he was at a very young age. I don't think he was 20 yet. He was number 4 and he was coming up the rank. So this guy have a lot of potential.
You know, as a junior, he's proven himself as one for the future. He did have his breaks occasionally in the last couple of years, but he still has it. And at 26 years old, road tennis is an age sport. And should Baracus decide that he wants to get back in the arena in a more serious way, it only takes some practice, it only takes some training, and a young man like Baracus could be back in that top 5-6 players in Barbados in road tennis quite easily. He's talented, and you can't take that away from him.
I think Mr. Jason Paris have to go back to the drawing board. He might need to consult with his managers and come up with a game plan, you know, because he's not really reaping any success in these tournaments. 14 serving 8.
Serving 14 to 8. You must ask what is really the plan for Pipey and his team. He's played the most matches. Clearly, he will have the most losses. And is it just about winning, or is it about getting tennis being played?
The promotion?
Promoting tennis. It doesn't matter how you choose to look at it. It would be good. I'm quite sure those persons who, like myself, looking to see a Pipey win and anxious for that day when that will actually happen, we keep being hopeful. Tonight, I don't think it's going to happen as well. I just is looking, the rating is on the wall, a 3 straight is pretty much imminent, but here's Pipey once again, putting on a Pipey show as best as he possibly can. But kudos to him, because he's been doing an excellent job.
You call it a Pipey show, but I think this is Baracus' show tonight. Baracus is really dominating him.
Well,
he's going to get a 3 straight with a little tickle.
A Pipey show in the sense of the overall promotion of the sport.
Okay, Pipey
but
promotion.
on the court itself, we definitely see the Baracus showing why he was a junior champion and what he still has to offer and bring to road tennis as one of the top players.
Quite agree, John. Baracus is a force to be reckoned with, and you cannot mix sport with Baracus. Baracus had put out a video early this week, and he was not happy with this call out from Pipey. He told Pipey, "You love coffins? Well, I'm going to put you in one."
Well,
21-9.
Well, he did not only put him in a coffin this time, but he also put him with company. 2 animals.
2 animals. I hope he have room in his vehicle.
I truly hope he does.